Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another scene for the living world of darkness, Bridge Across New York. Now, in this scene, we are set at the top of the green, and we're going to center in on the Seeker's cabin, where 10 Point is making her approach, returning from, actually, God damn it, my brain, it's gone. Returning from the secondary salt porch, as it were. The more recent of the Silver Fang porches. The lesser salt porch. But yes, she's coming back from tea with Jacob. And having been left there a bit longer, there's been plenty of time, of course, for Aiden to get back to the cabin, set up, whatnot. But yeah, she just kind of comes back looking decidedly distracted. I can't imagine why. And yeah, just kind of a slow amble, looking down at her hands, looking down at her feet, rolling some thoughts around in her head. Got her bells back on again, finally. And of course, we'll glance up to see who all is present and whatnot as she makes for that there porch steps.
So from the inside of the Seeker cabin, she can hear the loud ramblings of Irish rock music, you know, Dropkick Murphys and all that, as she will smell cigarette smoke and beer clinking glasses against each other, and she'll hear Aiden's big, thick Irish accent. So, Felix, have you ever heard of this band before?
I can very honestly and very safely say that no, I have not.
That's not too bad, though. What do you think? You know, as I'm assuming I'm shipping up to Boston, as I mean, blaring, you know.
It's all right. It's pretty good.
It's all right. This shit is banging, like.
Yeah. It's what the hell is that instrument they're playing? It sounds kind of like an accordion mixed with a... I don't know. I'm not feeling witty enough today.
Smirk. As he glance and see the noticeable jingle, jangle, jingle, and look out. Come in, 10 points. Might as well. And stop lurking out there.
Damn it, she was lurking too. She got up to the top of the steps at least, then kind of paused, reconsidered her options. But, well, with an invitation like that, who has options, really? I see you making noises.
And then when she comes in, you know, there she is, the liaison of the kinfolk herself. It was a smirk on his face.
Oh, boy. Yeah, she comes in through the door, gets caught with the greeting halfway through, turns a shade of pink. Not too distinct a shade, but it's there. And, you know, tilts her head down, goes ahead and ambles in, potentially leaving the door open again since, I don't know, weather's been nice. Fuck it. Let some fresh air come in through the screen door, especially with the way Aiden's been smoking.
She's assaulted by loud Irish music.
Is it really assault if she's so used to it by now she probably barely hears it?
Probably.
Yeah, she'll distract herself from that conversation by dutifully going and opening up windows to air out some of Aiden's damn smoke. So much smoke. She's like a smoker by association right now.
And he'll look over. Do you want to hear my latest scheme, Felix?
Sure. It's not like I got anything better to do.
Smirk at him. We've been talking about setting up the things for the kinfolk, I'm sure. And I decided the best candidate for the traditional representative of our side of things is our dear old 10 point.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, smiles at 10 point.
She's still being pretty bashful about it. It's like, oh, look at this other window that isn't open yet. I should make it not closed anymore. But eventually we'll run out of windows and move over to join the dubious pair, probably plunking on the carpet somewhere between them. how long had you had that idea, Raya?
Well, I've been having this for a while, ever since you mentioned the notion that I should talk to Jacob. In fact, I think it worked out just the way I planned.
Oh.
After all, it keeps him happy, it keeps the Liberals happy, and it makes us seem, and he'll look at Felix with this evil little grin, like the reputable pack that we are. So, all in all, everything is taken away from us. We are the pack who has advocated change. So, in a way, he'll put his feet up against the table. We're just as good as these damn Liberals, only better. You have this victorious smile on his face.
We all keep pausing forever, hoping Vinny will join us.
Well, there's a sound at the door. The door is just left open, right?
Yeah, pretty much. There's like a screen door, but nothing that you can't readily flick open. It's as good as an invitation, really.
At the sound of Shipping Off to Boston playing on the radio or stereo or whatever it is, a head sort of pokes from the side. Sort of like,
Like into the door or like against the fucking screen?
Against the screen.
Oh, goddamn.
She's obnoxiously leaning against it. She's got like two hands up against the screen, leaning against it.
Point's eyes abruptly go very wide. Because that's kind of disconcerting, really, all at once.
Let her in there, 10 Point. She looks incredibly sad.
And I mean, it's a screen door, but she goes ahead and obediently scrambles up.
Hello, 10 Point.
And pauses 2 steps in. Because now we're playing who can be the biggest creep, apparently.
Why not open the door and invite me in?
Shoots a glance back at Aiden.
He raises his eyebrows. He's mid-cigarette smoke intake. Well, go on, invite her into our cabin, will it? Jesus.
Oh, God. She looks doubtful for about half a second, but reinforcement is good. And she'll come on over and continue her strides towards the door. Less rapidly, perhaps. And yeah, we'll
just following 10 Point like a picture in the wall.
she's eventually gonna kind of pause, narrow her eyes suspiciously for half a second, sidle into the kitchen, and she's going to do something so idiotic that only Aiden could be proud of it. She reemerges, sidling back towards the door with a big old, like, traditional, well, not one of the giant ones, but, like, the traditional cast iron skillet. And with the edge of it, kind of pokes the screen where one of her palms is laying. Like, fuck this! I'm not playing games right now! Shit's weird!
I believe if you're looking for my weakness, iron is not it. Open the door.
Oh. Okay. And just kind of shrugs, lets the pan fall against her side, and has to actually probably wait for Dallas to move in order to open the screen door because most of them open outwards. So she like goes and puts her hand on the handle and waits for Dallas to scooch a little bit.
Dallas will
opens it.
not scooch until it is uncomfortable, and then scooch.
It's already uncomfortable. just that 2-second long pause. And yeah. Oh, happy feelings gone now. But yeah, the door's opening as fast as Dallas moves out of the way.
And Dallas will step in, and she will look directly at 10 Point, and then very slowly wrap her arms about her with this ass-out hug.
Like keeping her feet on the outside of the door jam, ass out?
No, like, ass out, like, those kind of hugs you give to somebody that you don't want to have yourself completely close to.
Now everyone's uncomfortable. Maybe it's just 10 points still. You are welcome to come inside, Yuff. She'll awkwardly
Shakes her side
mumble
to side.
and
Squeezes
start
even
getting
tighter.
shaken. Shoots Aiden the dear God help me look desperately. If that doesn't work, shoots it to Felix next. Like, what the fuck is happening? I don't like it.
Aiden just is watching this whole thing, probably looking at Felix. They're weird.
They're weird.
They're weird. Come in, Dallas. There's drinks and there's food.
Ooh! Immediately drops all pretense of trying to freak 10 Point the fuck out. Walks over and grabs the bottle of Jameson Blue Label. $250 bottle of scotch.
Oh my God.
Or Johnny Walker Blue Label. I can't remember which one it is.
I mean, there's like a tray of food. We've established that the Seekers eat very well and drink very well. So he'll be sitting on the floor. So, Hunter's Mane, where have you been?
With my kinfolk, mostly. And she'll go over to the fridge, grab a few ice cubes, throw them into her tray, or into her glass, and then pour the whiskey in, and then she'll plop down on the sofa. If he's sitting on the floor, I'm guessing Felix is on the couch.
Yeah, Felix is like sprawled out.
So if he's like taking up the whole couch, she'll basically step in between like where his ankles are, and then sit herself on the back of the couch, so she's not completely taking up any space that he is sprawled out in.
Missed one hell of a fight. Both of yous, actually.
Yeah, well. And been doing research. Not a whole hell of a lot came up. Which is no excuse, I know, but that's all I have.
I'm just saying you missed this. We were fighting a dragon. We look up at both of them. You know.
Why is it that you are always fighting dragons? What the fuck?
That's me fucking deed name.
I know.
It's pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Was
On
this
the
in
10
the
point.
Umbra, or was this in the
Tellurian.
Tellurian?
Tellurian, yeah, no. Some dragon rider fella.
Ryan, I'm beginning to wonder how real the dragon was.
I mean, once we cleaved its head off, it was gone.
I'm fire too.
Your mom was still there, though. Your mom was still there, though.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool, though. Not gonna lie.
It
Well,
was strange.
That's interesting.
I mean, there's been some weird shit going on outside as well, from what everyone's saying.
Yeah, people being attacked in the streets. That's really special.
I don't know. I just heard some weird shit.
I was out with Abby and Owen up at the fair over in Queens. Could have sworn I heard a banshee, not the banshee, but a banshee wail last night.
You serious?
You heard it?
She nods. And then the funnel cake guy apparently had a heart attack and fell face first into his funnel cake fryer.
Ch-
I just bought funnel cake from that guy.
Right. Okay, 10 point. You know what to do. Make sure we're, looks at it very seriously. As suddenly Felix will see this very intense stare in his face.
Well, yeah. She industriously hops up and, of all things, goes into the kitchen. She'll end up dropping one of those big canisters of salt next to Aiden and then moving on into a different portion of the house. Actually, probably moving out into the porch and under it to go after some of her things.
Mm-hmm. He'll
A lot
pick
of
up the
big
salt
old-
and start, to the both of you, it looks hilariously strange, but he starts, putting salt all around the cabin.
Uh-huh. She comes back up with a jar of red dust and starts dutifully sprinkling it across the doorways, the windowsills.
Dallas looks at Felix for a moment.
Felix shrugs, assuming it's chiminage.
And after about 5 minutes, he comes back and puts the salt down on the table and sits back down. There you go. We should be safe. We all clear, 10 point?
And she'll come back, clicking the lid back onto the on the jar, nodding. Fair folk, bad business.
Nods very seriously. Let's see your baby.
Blink.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Do you not know that?
You lead with the baby stealing?
You act like that's
It's often the
common
most-
knowledge.
It is common knowledge. That's why you don't go fucking near them. They steal your babies.
Of course it is. Change children.
Mm-hmm. Don't mess with them, man. I'm serious. They steal your shit. Shakes his head,
Steal, take your food, tie knots in your hair while you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Tie
If you're
knots in
running-
your hair when you're sleeping. That's the evil one.
Yep. And if you do a 10th lap of a fairy ring or you step in, you vanish. Gone.
Felix, why are you worried about people tangling your hair? She kind of gestures to his head because he doesn't have really long hair.
Well, not me personally, but it's fucking evil. Yeah, I'm gonna benefit the most from that one, but but I mean, fuck!
just
Look
like-
at 10 point. Imagine if somebody did that to 10 point in their sleep.
Yeah, imagine if someone did that. Turns her head and smiles at 10 point.
That's serious business, Daz. Don't be doing that now. Don't be making her think fairies are after her. He shakes his head quite firmly.
It's all fun and games, Yuff, until I start sleeping with a poker.
But he looks up at Sarah. I'm serious. Let's do your baby.
I'm not 100% sure about that.
It's 100%. I am on 110%. In fact, I am deadly sure, aren't we, 10 point?
Yeah, solid little noddle.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
kinda
there are
self-
people out there that are of the supernatural community that certainly think that if they get scratched by us, or if they use wolfsbane, and she kind of points at Felix, I need something else here.
Silver. Deadpan.
Well, I was trying to
Where-
go for the bullshit stuff.
Yeah, well, this isn't bullshit. They steal babies. No way. No how. We all know it. First thing we learn. Isn't that right? Look over at 10 point.
10 point is kind of touching the horseshoe over the front door. You might not necessarily have picked it out before, but you sure will by the time she's touching it to reassure herself.
Dallas just takes a sip of her whiskey.
In fact, he will get up and probably Tap Felix on the shoulder. Come on, I'll show you. I have protections all over the place. Point at Dallas as well.
All right. I'll bite.
And he will walk around and show that he has a comb on the floor that, like, it looks like it's been gathering dirt outside. Point at it. Never pick that up. Do you understand? It's both of them deadly serious.
Like from out on the porch, pointing at where someone's just dropped a fucking like generic black comb on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
What
10
happens?
Go ahead.
What happens if one of them picks it up?
When you know it's one of them, and you panic.
Well, I mean, on top of that, then they'd be on sept, so.
Yeah, then they're dead.
Yeah.
And he will reach over and he'll click over as you click over to just the underside, right where 10 points, little creepy crawly hidey hole is a saucer of milk. But it looks like there was dried milk, and he's like, when Halloween comes down, I'm gonna pour milk out and leave it out there.
Yeah, I leave milk out for the cats every night.
Yeah, it's not the cats I'm worried about. It swirls around to both of you looking quite serious. This is a serious business, Felix.
It certainly feels like it.
Just good.
Dallas is just like swirling her drink, looking at it like, this is really good scotch.
10 Point will make this worse by emerging belatedly with a slice of bread that has a very, a large hunk of butter set on it. And she will actually move off the porch since he's salted that range. And one of the nearby like little benches that's out for convenience for people to stop as they're walking by will actually set it out there. Go ahead and scamper back to the porch.
If you notice as well, when he tosses some of the salt, he tosses it over his left shoulder. Specifically making sure it goes over the left shoulder. Like I said, serious business, you two.
Really good scotch. Swirl, 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 swirl.
So, does it matter if it's the left or the right? Because that looks.
It matters. It matters. He points at Felix's face. It matters.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna have to remember that one. Left shoulder,
Exactly.
it matters.
Left shoulder, it matters. I'm serious. Nods firmly, Walks back inside, like still looking over his shoulder suspiciously out at everything. Goes and sits back down again.
Dallas comes in, finds her spot where she was.
Perched up on the back of the couch.
Mm-hmm. At this point, she's laying across it, and her feet are down by where Felix's head was, and she's sort of propped up on her side.
So, looks over at everybody. Well, I'm sure. Well, Felix knows, but have you heard, Dallas, about our new liaison for the kinfolk?
Oh no!
What?
Does it start with the name William and end with White?
No, it's our dear 10 Point.
What? Just looks.
Yeah.
Sits up straight. What?
Recommended by myself and all, 10 Point is one of the official liaisons to the kinfolk.
My, what nice hands she has. She'll keep looking at them.
Well, you disagree? I think she's a fine example of what we need.
You know what? I would trust her around kinfolk more than I would trust other metis, so sure.
Besides, 10 Point knows exactly what does exactly what she's told, and will make sure we're not the ones misrepresented by Jacob Clay's big dick. He'll smirk merrily, as he takes a drink.
Dallas grabs a bottle and refills her glass.
You see, I've just the look of surprise on his face. He just smiles to himself.
For what it's worth, Yef, it's more about having someone to take responsibility if things go awry. Then it'll mean I'll know what's going on with the kin.
Dallas will nod at that. And
It's
then
kinfolk, dude. It's not like she's a warder.
Her eyes widen a little bit back to her hands.
They all turn and look at Felix. You know,
Felix is gonna wink with a smirk.
that's not funny. He'll smile teasingly. You know.
I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him.
I hate him too.
I hate him. I hate him. She gets up and she starts stamping, going back and forth behind the couch.
I hate him a lot. Don't worry, I hate him as well. His stupid Metis face and stupid fucking puts out a cigarette angrily.
Stupid.
Looks over at his room.
Stupid medicine.
Looks over his room longingly, wanting to write in his girl diary about how stupid the water is. No, don't call me Raya. Raya's a bullshit term. Bullshit! He just kind of grumbles to himself.
You can call me boss. I ain't calling you shit.
Felix sips his, well, I imagine tea or coffee. He's probably not allowed to have alcohol right now.
I mean, there's alcohol there. Yeah, I mean, Aiden ain't gonna stop you.
I mean, all things considered.
10 Point will eventually make alcohol start disappearing in his presence if he has more than a bit. She won't keep him from putting like a splash in his coffee or his tea, but yeah, it's like suddenly none of the liquor's in reach. How did that happen?
Okay.
Yeah, Aiden doesn't mind you drinking. It's 10 Point. That's usually the one that stops everyone from drinking.
He'll be drinking tea anyway then. Fuck you, trying to get me drunk.
Raised among alcoholics. That's all he does.
So, what have you been up to, Hunter's Boone?
She's got a new name. He says, looking decidedly at Dallas's face.
She
Big grin.
face palms. Which one, Raya?
She got two new names, actually, Dallas. The other one's by that new Stargazer, and then the recent one was by a Fiona.
She will simply smirk. There's a lot of good deed names out there, I'm sure, that they certainly gave her, but that's none of my business. And she'll sip from her glass.
Just keeping busy, Yuff. There's one envoy from the spirit realm already in the sept. There's another coming. There are the rats to tend.
There's another one?
King Bragos has already made himself at home. Queen Tibia is soon to arrive with her entourage, I'm sure.
Oh, gee.
Do the
Looks over.
spirits ever stop?
Looks over at Felix. A queen?
A queen.
Let me guess, she's really fancy.
She is very fancy. I've been working with 10 Point on arranging a political marriage since there's more of an expertise there.
Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
Cats and frogs, Yuff.
Who you marrying? Who kind of raised an eyebrow?
Who, me?
Yeah. What political marriage are you arranging?
Fucking, I'm not marrying anybody. It's Tibia's son and Bragos' daughter. One of them, I guess. I don't know.
Does that mean we get to be at the wedding?
By all means, I don't think that. I mean, it's not my wedding to invite you to, but I don't think that they would have any opposition from guys chosen.
Oh, fuck it, we'll go. This should be hilarious.
Have fun.
You're coming too. Raya's orders. Raya's orders, Dallas. You know, is it like just takes a long drag.
I'm sure it will be a very public wedding.
Dallas looks at the screen door, just thinking, if I bust through that, I could scream, "You'll never take me alive." But thinks better of it because it's not her screen door.
So there's that. There's still the rock in the museum. There is probably Christophany under the plastics plant.
Rock's not in the museum anymore.
It's not?
Oh, the scientists took it.
Do we know where?
I don't think the location was mentioned in the news article, but I have my doubts that it's moved very far from Manhattan.
Is it away from the bleeding sept?
Yeah. I mean, it used to be neighboring the sept, so if they moved it, yeah.
Do you think that thing's probably trying to find a new way to get itself fucking more shit?
I don't doubt it. I know that whoever's got it is studying the what is the snot it's leaking, to put it in layman's terms.
I'm just glad the fucking thing's gone.
Oh, gone. Let's just move somewhere else, which means it's still a problem.
Still a problem, but it's not going to reach its arms from the museum into the park.
No, but it was reaching much further, yeah.
Yep.
Are we gonna have to talk to those friends again? But like, in specific at Felix.
He nods.
Must we?
Have to, sure.
I have contacts I can talk to about it.
Nod. Yeah, no. You're probably the best one to do that.
She just kind of rubs kind of sympathetically at the back of her head, remembering like hitting the dirt.
Oh yeah, you look over intriguingly at us. Did you hear? Tlataheen's going for the position of keeper of the land.
Oh, sweet guy.
Felix smirks.
Good for her, I guess.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what tribe the current keeper is from?
Let's look over. No.
Smirks like wider.
No.
Yep.
I want to be front and center at that and make sure to bring my plastic tarp because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a splash zone.
So, what I'm having 10 Point look into is making sure he's actually doing his fucking job. Because if he isn't, he's going to be out of there so fucking fast. Because there's no Fianna going down to a Metis, do you understand?
Very, very traditional, Raya.
And if he's traditional, he'll do his fucking job properly. And not end up having to be challenged by a Metis to do his job.
And for Dallas's and Felix's benefit, she kind of glances across.
The first and only time I have spoken to the keeper of the land, he ended up yelling at me for making him angry enough to kick me because now he would have to burn his shoes.
But you know what? I'll have a word with him. Then,
Perhaps it is best it is you, Raya.
of course. Do you know what rank he is by any chance?
She ponders while TMing the ST.
Dude, most of the people on Scepter either Adrian or Athros, so
We'll see.
if you're hoping
see.
for a Foster, you're not in luck. He says as he's stretching.
No, I just need to maybe pull some clout. That's all.
Clouts.
We are good friends with the Von Evericks, and if they hear Fianna's not doing her duty properly, maybe I can throw some weight into there.
Evericks. Dallas snorts. Von Evericks.
Only one step up, right? He's an Adrian.
I challenge him.
For keeper.
Why do you think I'm not able for keeper position?
Yeah.
Smirk slightly. Grin.
Right, you are capable of a great many things, but tending all of the spirits on Sept is not your forte.
That's what he's got you for, 10 point.
See, this would be handy if Miss was fostering, but no. I'll just remind him of what he needs to do. That's a Ragabash wood, you see.
My only argument against it, Yuff, is that it would simply be the same thing over, were it a matter of the keeper not doing his duties.
So what, I'm supposed to watch a Metis challenge? And what happens if he loses?
Wendigo met us at that.
Find out what he's been doing, 10 point. Bring it to me, and I'll make sure someone higher than him hears about it.
I'm trying, Raya. I have so many spirits and so many things talking in my head at the same time.
I know. That's why I have the utmost faith and you won't let me down on it. Big smile. Because after all, you did good today.
She kind of softens and concedes.
Thank you, Raya.
No, it's... Did you hear, Dallas? I don't know if you've heard yet, but this month, taps Felix's leg. He's in the Guardian chain.
Felix just waves comically.
I thought he already was a Guardian.
No,
Did you?
just yesterday.
Just yesterday, yeah?
Oh, congratulations.
The warder asked me to. Wormfoe asked me to.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Noticeably says something about the about the Wormfoe. Says nothing about the warder.
It seems only sensible to have the one person that seems to know everything that's going on be in a position to actually make use of the knowledge.
It makes sense, no? 10 points has it on the money.
Felix smiles at that, even looks down a little bashfully.
No, it's his turn to be bashful. Yes.
I can say, Felix, you've been doing good work lately. I've even been impressed with you, and I do my best to try not to be.
I've noticed.
You have? I thought I was being subtle about it.
No, subtle's not one of your strong points.
It's really not.
No. It's an Aaron curse, really.
It's a get thing.
Ain't no smirk at that wide.
She'll just kind of look over at Felix. We're not meant to be subtle. What about
No.
the get says subtlety?
I
know.
No, I'm not going to go there. It's a good day, and you're saying nice things about me, so I'm going to...
I know one thing, though, Felix, and I know he's your alpha and all that, but still, remember Skovgard mentioned the fucking thing with the changelings? Shakes his head.
You know, I know that there's a lot more knowledge about the Fae between you two. so I'm really out of my element, and I'm in no position to judge, I guess.
There's a lot of stuff back home. I mean, actually go very, very serious. A lot of very dark rumors that are going around the place, and not all of us like it.
Rumors, you say?
Yeah, he will tighten up.
Well, what kind of rumors?
The fair folk can bewitch a person, Raya, readily. And once you're wrapped around their finger, there's only so much that can be done to get you unwrapped. All of your motivations become their motivations.
Yeah, and they think that they have infiltrated some of the higher ranks of the Sept, which is complete bullshit.
Really?
Nods.
Why is this still a problem then? That feels like something that should have been taken care of.
Rumors. They have a habit of spreading around, and more intrigue, politics.
That if the influence is on one of high enough rank, Raya, there's only so much that can be done. Gotta be leery of the fair folk.
Shit.
It's really good scotch Dallas is drinking right now.
I don't know whether to say I'm sorry or my condolences, but the sentiment is there.
I just nod. Well, I just have my suspicions about these things.
Well, I suppose that, I don't know. You're not suggesting that Skavgard is...
No, I'm just saying, no, God, no. No, he'd shake his head quite firmly. No. He doesn't disband his signs. He's fine.
I was about to say.
No, it's just
about back home.
back home, Felix.
Right. Sorry.
Particularly on Silver Tara. It's like quite, tensing. But anyway, more joyous topic. Just shrugs, takes a drink. Looks over at Dallas. Well, how have you been then? How's your kinfolk doing?
They're doing just fine.
And how's the young fella that was oodling at you when we were up there last?
He lives in the city. Him and
Does
Abby
he?
both. Yeah, him and Abby both came down this way.
Well, there you go.
Where do you think I was? Where do you think I've been?
I don't know, Dallas. I mean, when we were up there, looks up at Felix and looks across at 10 Point. I mean, when we were on the farm, he was just gazing at you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderfully.
She'll take a sip out of her glass, and when you weren't there, that wasn't the only thing he was doing.
Jesus. Puts his hands over 10 Point's ears.
It does not help that 10 Point has again turned a shade of pink.
Don't be talking like that in front of 10 Point. Smirks, playfully.
So, speaking of your kinfolk, Yuff, part of the advantage, hopefully, to this position, I've already spoken to Jacob, and he will bring it to Mother Larissa. The fact that our protectorate does not stretch far enough to cover them may be remedied sooner rather than later.
He's bringing it, is he? I thought we would be bringing it, since we're the ones out there.
Having the permission of the Sept Alpha does seem like an advantageous thing before making such a move, don't you think, Raya?
Shouldn't we go there ourselves since we're the ones leading the whole thing and not have Jacob swoop in?
I didn't say anything about Jacob going with us there.
Going
He's
to
just
the
going to
Alpha?
secure us permissions from the Alpha.
Why aren't we capable of doing that ourselves?
I personally would rather not have that Silverfang's fingers in anything that we do.
Exactly. He did kind of actually, for once, yeah, no, he would not. I think we're perfectly more than capable of going to Mother Larissa ourselves. And
We
prompting
may
the idea.
be Raya, but part of sowing that faith is letting him believe that he is involved in it, so that he
And
does not ask questions.
Like Felix crosses his arms. So he can take all the glory when we've done all the work.
precisely.
How would he take any glory in asking permission of the Alpha?
You've heard him already. You've heard him already. I knew it all about what the kinfolk were doing. I knew all this. I knew all that. We've placated him enough. This is our business. This is our business.
10 Point proceeds to fabricate the most sweet and innocent look. Raya, do you really think he'd take that from me?
Yes. He's a silver fan.
You perhaps, Raya, but not from me.
Careful.
Dallas takes a long drink and then just looks over at Aiden like, this bitch right here.
Aiden will glare at her then. Careful, Omega. You forget he's a silver fang for a reason.
Our beta is the Silver Fang, Raya.
And there's a reason why he's the beta.
And she opens her mouth and then pauses and then closes her mouth.
Oh yeah, no, he glares at her. Finish what you're gonna say. I'm gonna stand up.
One can't finish what they haven't begun, Raya.
No. Don't do that. That's not fair. And for the guests and everything. Say what you're gonna say.
All aboard the pain train, checking tickets for the pain train.
She mulls over her phrasing on this because, there's a reason he's a beta. I'm not sure appearances count as a reason, Raya.
Appearances? Now you're gonna have to explain that one to me now. The Satan smiles, begins to take a step forward.
I would much rather not, Raya.
Oh, you've just said it. And I'm sure Felix is curious. You're curious, right, Felix?
Oh, I'm definitely curious. Out of character automatically fails his curiosity roll.
And I believe Dallas is curious. You're curious, right, Dallas?
Dallas just tips her glass in Aiden's general direction.
So you have the attention of 3 of your Rayas.
Not 2 and a yuff, but who's counting?
I haven't made Fostering yet. I don't want to qualify that yet.
Oh, fair enough then. 2 Rayas and a Yuff you have your attention of.
When 10 Point fails to say anything, Dallas walks into one of the rooms, probably Aiden's, because it's the only one she even remotely would have permission to go into, and she'll grab a blanket and a pillow, and she'll take the blanket and fold it up on the floor in front of 10 Point, and then put the pillow down, and then she will sit in front of 10 Point on the ground looking up at her like it's story time.
And 10 Point proceeds to indulge in the most flagrant backpedaling that has ever been seen by mankind. And once Dallas is all settled, and that is just one step too far, proceeds to promptly begin to rise, saying, I have misspoken, Raya.
No. No. That's a tactic now that'll just annoy everybody. Come on, 10 Point. You can speak freely here.
We're all friends here. 10 point.
Tenpoint is very clearly weighing her options. More than one glance is given to both the door and the windows. And thoughtfully upwards, of all things. And let's see. Hold on, I need to weigh things.
10 point is making life decisions right here.
She is, and no decision is a good one. It's just which one is she the most likely to either get away with or get the furthest with. It's a hard choice, but I'm gonna have to go with C, which is me making sure we have a place to roll real fast.
Well, that's the kind of roll.
Oh, let me end this other one. Ah, such an innocent name for a scene. Oh boy. I'm gonna do a thing and hope I get a really good roll. Because, let's be honest, this is the only one you might not be able to catch up to me on. That's enough.
What is it?
It's a gnosis roll.
No.
Oh no.
I wasn't gonna win on a Dex Athletics.
You right.
And she's not pulling you across neither.
When he realizes what she's doing, he takes a rage and
Hey.
goes after.
Oh, Felix will like put a hand on Aiden's shoulder. It's like, hey, it's no point in risking what happened last time. She'll come back.
See, this is. Remember all those lessons you taught me, Aiden Raya?
Mm-hmm.
About making them fear?
Yeah.
She has to come back to you eventually.
She'll get a cold, hard message to the pack link. You know, I mean, it was cold. Never do that again in front of guests. Never. I mean, like, there's
Oh,
just
he can feel the cringe that results.
And yeah, I'm gonna have to roll rage.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh Jesus. Oh yeah, Aiden's livid. You know? It's written all over his face. You know.
Felix reaches into his pocket and he says, "Hey, guess what I just bought?"
What?
And he pulls out a little baggie.
Is it a baggie of what I think it is?
Well, it's certainly not a baggie of leftovers, tell you that.
Somebody clip that, please.
Pacing. Aiden's just pacing up and down while you two are debating over weed.
Come on. It's Tuesday. You got nothing to do.
I know. I'm trying to be calm. I'm
gonna get you high.
Dallas pulls out her phone and sets it and pulls out of her bag, not her magpie swag, but her regular bag, and pulls out a little like docking station / USB or Bluetooth speaker. Set it up. And the song "Because I Got High" starts to play.
Come on.
I was gonna beat up my metis, but I got high.
Eventually, he eventually caves after about 5 minutes.
Gonna use my shillelagh too, but I got high. Now she's running scared, and I know why. Because I got high, because I got high, because I got high.
While that's going on, Felix is doing the honors of even packing it and taking the first one. There you go.
Yep. Does.
Dallas takes it.
Oh.
I've often wondered if half this feeling that comes after you take a nice good hit comes from actually releasing all that air.
Well, probably, yeah. Something to do with that.
No. Scientifically speaking, it's the release of THC in your mind. See, when you smoke, it's absorbed through the lungs and yada, yada, yada. Science, you're not listening. I'm sorry.
Dallas will plop down and put an arm over Felix's shoulder. You're getting to know me, and I like it. I really like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If only we had some DMT, that would be really nice.
We're looking to chill out, not freak out. Come on.
I mean, we could take some mushrooms. That'd be lovely. You know, make a shroom pizza, like.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if
Looks
it's bad trips you've had, but every breakthrough I've had has been wicked.
I mean, you know, there's rights for the urges that require, you know, hallucinogens. But I mean, I've done some shit. I'm a glass walker, but no, no.
Wait a minute, do you all want some of the dankest dank weed you've ever had?
Are you really gonna try to top me at Dankweed, Dallas? Are you really?
She's gonna pull out her phone and then hold up the contact information with Owen's picture on it. Do you want to challenge him?
So not only are you riding him, you're also getting free drugs off him. That's not a bad deal, like.
Dallas smirks. Between him, Abby, and the weed, every night that I go home is a good night.
I mean, I've got my amazing, wonderful wife. Looks over at where her room probably is.
How's that going for you, by the way?
Oh, it's completely fine. Nothing like being married, eh? Takes another long drag of the joint.
Dallas takes waits for her turn. Takes another really long drag. Yep. Nothing but love over there, isn't it?
Hands over to Felix. He just leans back. Besides, you know, She doesn't really talk much. She talks about dresses, and I don't know what to say half the time.
Talks about dresses, really?
Yeah, a bit disappointing.
Yeah, it's surprising. It's, an entire line of clothing designed for a gender. She's talking about it. Oh my god.
It's just so
Boring.
basic.
She's a nice girl, though. She talks about dresses a lot, but I get the impression is that she did, like, her uncle was really strict, so she's living, poking out on herself, which is not too bad.
It's just, I guess I expected more.
She's a nice lass.
I didn't say she wasn't.
Besides, she's a nice arse on her. He just grin, that stoned grin.
Yeah, she does.
What's that supposed to mean? There's kind of this stare.
She just looks right at him. Do you think that I wasn't looking before you took your nuptials?
Were you checking out my wife?
She wasn't your wife at that point.
She's my fiance.
She wasn't your wife at that point.
She's my fiance, though.
Wow.
Wow, really?
You draw your line at wife and not fiance?
It takes a long drag.
You said that you didn't even actually, like... Yeah. And she'll
That's
take
because it was an arranged. It was an arranged marriage. Like, you were checking. I'm judging you very harshly, Dallas.
She's a redhead. She's Fiona.
Does it matter?
Irish.
It does not.
Have you no honor?
She's not. She's not Irish. Technically, she's actually Polish.
I did. Really?
Yeah, from Poland.
Mm-hmm. And she'll point at Felix. And to be fair, sir, I didn't hit on her. I just looked.
Besides, when did you go for the silver fang?
She didn't want none of that. And to be fair, she was probably way more high maintenance than I could have handled. I probably would have done what you did to my kin.
I mean, shit. Maybe if you were her brother,
He starts coughing.
Wow!
Jesus, Felix, savage. Oh, fucking hell.
Targaryens everywhere.
Jesus, Felix, don't let fucking Bailey hear you saying that. Fucking hell.
Yeah, no, you didn't put that one through the packing tab. Sorry, I wasn't thinking.
Fuck. Oh, I'm coughing.
I think it's. No, I don't. Yeah, I should probably stop there.
Ooh, fucking brutal that was, Felix. Christ.
Dallas will send off a text.
I bet she fucking will.
Sending off a text to Owen to bring them more weed.
Oh,
Said someone takes a Bailey.
She's literally like mouthing it out, like, bring more weed. Back. Bring the stickiest. Back. Can you bring the stuff out of the top drawer, please? Oh, and brownies. And then sends it.
Felix is going to put away the gift that he had offered to everyone.
Felix.
Shrug. There's more coming.
Yeah, but now you're making me feel a little, like, self-conscious, like I hurt your feelings.
Oh, what is a wise man once said, never get high on your own supply.
That's fair.
Aiden will proceed to put on some DMX in the background then.
And One moment later, a knock at the front door comes. Dallas walks over to it, takes the shopping bag, and then gives him a little pat on the bum bum. And as he goes back on his merry way, she sets it down and hands each of them a brownie, a bag of gummy edibles, and pulls out like a freezer bag full of some of the stickiest of the icky.
Roll it, light it, takes a long drag of his one, looks at her, smirk on his face. It's not bad, but Felix gets way better stuff.
Well, this has a rustic quality to it.
Rustic, but it's too, I don't know, looks over at
Earthy?
Felix. No, it's not as smooth. Yours is, the stuff you get is really smooth. So no, it's easier on the taste, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's not my style. I don't like this country type stuff. The city stuff is usually better anyway, from what I found. Just shrug. Eat some of the brownie. This is not bad though.
Yeah. I think it's because out in the country they have a lot more freedom there. But here, like, you gotta set aside like a secret room, and you gotta take special care to it.
Is it like dangerous?
And more people looking for it.
Danger weed.
Danger weed.
That's what the missing ingredient is. Danger.
Danger.
This is hippie weed, and she'll hold out her blunt.
Fuck yeah.
Oh. Problem is, I think the problem is I'm putting tobacco in this thing. It looks on his joint.
She'll reach into her bag and pull out a pipe. I haven't cleaned this in a while. She'll hand it over to Aiden.
Yeah, he looks much more comfortable with a pipe as he like smokes it and seems much more happy with himself.
Did you ever learn how to make an apple into a bong? I saw people doing that back home. I never figured out how they did it.
I know how to make a beer bottle, like those 2-liter beer bottles into a bong. It's pretty funny.
I know how to turn a Sprite can into a bong.
We need a bong. Like a real bong. Like a nice solid gravity bong. I don't know what a gravity bong is, but I've heard that they're great.
They are.
Oh god, you know what I could also really use is a hookah. Like, she'll point to like one of the bare corners, like right over there. We'll put a bunch of cushions on the floor and get a hookah. It's like 3 feet tall.
Jesus. You know, I've been thinking about just this. Because, like, I don't make a lot of stuff, but when I make stuff, like, and I need, like, lights and LEDs and glass and all kinds of shit, like, I don't fucking know how to make glass. I wonder if there's kin out there that do.
Sure there are. You could always take up glass blowing. I took up blacksmithing.
I don't got the time.
You gotta
Think
make time.
I'd rather get a kin for it.
I could do that too. But I'm just gonna lean towards the two of them. I literally. And she kind of like ushers them closer. literally learned how to blacksmith, so I don't have to ask that fucking washout yet. Oh no!
Did you hear?
To
Did you
help.
hear? Did you hear they're thinking of putting her in the Guardian chain?
Oh fuck no!
I mean, there's no one else in her pack in the core. They have to pick somebody.
She can't. She can't even like. If we get into a fight, what's she gonna do? Hobble?
She's been in a few fights and she hasn't run away yet.
Why not Jacob? He has a clave.
Yeah, well, fucking Jacob is too far up his own ass. I have jobs to do outside of Sept.
I mean, I do too.
Yes, but you're not Silverfang.
Yeah, damn right I'm not. I mean, no shit.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Billion to death, but he's the right type of Silverfang, do you know what I mean?
Jacob's just a cunt.
It's not, you know?
Felix is gonna shrug.
Next thing you're gonna be telling me Alana's joining the Guardian chain.
Alana gets in there, I'm leaving. Fuck that. Besides, I've had enough dealing with Metis and their fucking fickle ways as BAM! 10 Point is assaulted by this visual rage.
Hey! I think we're kind of missing a point here. The Guardians are like stronger than I've ever heard them being. Like, yeah, we get a lot of people in there. We're doing good. We're making progress.
Yeah, but just Katya in there? I mean, it's like... So who's tailing Charlie today? Oh, Katya. Oh, should have figured.
It's pretty amusing watching her limp, but look, she gets shit done at the same time. I've seen her on a few missions and she hasn't done... She may not be a fighter, but she's got connections, but if she does run away, I'm fucking her up.
Okay, you said it, you just put it in pearl luminescence crystal clear. Fucking... She's not a fighter. What are Guardians?
Guardians can be fighters, but yet at the same time, we need people who can lead things as well. Guardian fighting is very important, but there's many types of fighting, to be fair, Dallas.
We're the Sept standing army, the first line of defense.
And sometimes you need info so the other members of the standing army
Show
can see
them
where
in
you're
the
going.
auxiliary position. She's a fucking bonar. It's bad enough we've got a fucking bonar warder.
To be fair, it's a bone narcept.
It is a bonar Sept.
Felix like points fucking straight at Aiden.
I mean,
while looking at Dallas.
to be fair, like the alpha's a fucking bonar.
Yeah, but she's like earned her stripes over the past 150 years.
But you don't think as much as I dislike the warder, you don't get to fucking Athro for no reason.
Fucking teethless, clawless piece of shit.
I'm not saying he's fucking cool or anything, but at the same time, compared to Katja, has probably earned his stripes a lot more. Besides, I think you're gonna love that new Arun. You know, the new one, the other failure gets.
What?
Grants.
Oh yeah, that fucker. Didn't he say that on his first day here?
Yeah, that's what he told Skavgard as well.
It's fucking bullshit. Why the fuck? Like, what are these people that just aren't worthy of the blood, being born into it? Here I am, pure breed to speak of, and I'm 3 times the get that they were when they were born.
Well, hang on, Dallas. See, it's
Aiden leans forward and sniffs Dallas like, oh yeah, no, you smell like something very familiar.
Yeah, well, that's where I was born. And she'll flick Aiden in the forehead. And get your nose away from me.
It's
just creepy.
Sniffs again. It's just interesting, isn't it, Felix?
Hey, you're creeping me out. I'm worried you're gonna start doing some kind of mating dance, and then it's just gonna get awkward.
I'm just saying, it's just interesting. That's all.
You'd be embarrassed for the both of us.
He's giggling profusely.
What are you like getting at? Yes, I was a Fianna, born as a Fianna.
I mean,
chose a different path.
to play devil's advocate here, Dallas. I mean, he could necessarily say the same thing. I mean, he chose a different path.
Okay, maybe he could. All right, he could. All right, I'll give him that. He's not a fucking coward like fucking. I couldn't cut it. Yeah, I ran away. Some stupid little bitch face, bitch head.
Let me put it this way. If he had been Glasswalker kin, and he said that around me, I would do something about it. If I felt this strongly.
Maybe you should challenge him.
She's gonna put a hand on Aiden's shoulder, and like put her forehead almost directly against his. He's not worth my fucking time, nor my pride.
I see. Dallas.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Come on, Dallas. He put his hands on her shoulder. Ah, come on. You could challenge him.
For what?
I mean,
what would I challenge him for? Because I don't like his stupid face, his fucking green goblin Harry Osborn face.
I mean, what you could do is you could just, put your hand, I mean, if he's that much of an offense to you, you might as well sort of air it out. You're going to be in battle together.
Look, I'm not even in the mood to fight, like right now, because
I'm not fighting you. I'm advising you.
Okay, advisement taken, and I will give you my rebuttal.
He said, "But."
I did say, "But." Are you ready for this rebuttal? I thought it out.
But
right now, are you ready?
Go for it. Come on, hit me with the butt.
Fuck that guy.
Shakes his head. We're so unappreciated, this Ragabat. It takes a long drag.
No, I appreciate what you're trying to do. You'd try and force you get pride, right? Mm-hmm.
Something to do with your get pride. I'm just saying. I mean, people talk, Dallas.
Well, you know what? People talk a lot.
They do.
But I think people are still 2 months after, 3 months after, people are still talking about Skavgard getting. No, it wasn't a combo break. Was it a combo breaker?
By that logic, then, because William might kick the living shit out of you, you're hinting that William might is better than Skavgard.
Okay, well, we're just not going to go there because
I knew that. Smirk at her play for this.
Hang on, let's dial this back for a second.
He always does this. Felix, like every fucking time.
Just saying, well, I know. Let's think about it like this. If he was if he was born Get, but not in the Get, Get kin, he didn't make it in the Get. I don't know. It's not. I wouldn't be angry.
From what he told me, he told his family he's changing his tribe.
If he has the balls to do that, and like the Coggies let him in, I mean, like, good on them.
Coggies let everyone in though.
No, you're not saying too much. Like they let everybody in.
I don't know about that. Unicorn is very strong totem spirit.
I'm not discounting that. Like I don't know many Foster and Coggies that don't have Luna's armor. That's a pretty potent gift.
Mhm.
But
Which is not to discredit Fenrir. I mean, like, Jesus fuck. Nobody goes harder than Fenrir.
well, we have troll skin.
I have some aloe vera.
Not that. It's
I
a
know,
gift.
I know, I know. I'm sorry. You're so,
You're a nerd. You
you're
know
so.
that's a gift.
I know. You're so cute.
You
I
are pretty
can't.
She
You are pretty-
immediately reels back like, ugh.
You are pretty cute when you get all flustered. I'm not gonna lie, Dallas.
Ugh.
You do that like scrunched up angry face.
Ugh.
Let's say you're doing it now.
Hmm.
Just grabs like 2 brownies and double fists them right into her mouth.
I mean, you do like this like little angry like scrunch of your nose, and then you like like you start shaking your fists, and you're thinking, "Fuck, curse my get pride." It's adorable, really.
Yeah.
She's just chewing on a lot of brownie, probably too much. So she's
Anyway,
having a hard time chewing it because it's.
what I was getting at, well, my point is that if that's I wouldn't be angry at Grants, and to be honest, Grant's been doing some good work. It's, I don't know why he wears his heart on his sleeve like that, but like, power to him, Do you watch? Do you watch Game of Thrones? Just the previews? Hey, Aiden, do you watch Game of Thrones?
As he's middle of singing "Wear the Hood Up" by DMX, looks over. No, not really. I mean, I've watched a few things. I mean, I points at Dallas. I watched a few things.
Oh, you would like the Lannisters. So, one more time.
Dallas goes to the fridge, grabs the bottle of milk, pulls the cap off, pours some into her mouth, uses that to break down the brownie properly, and then swallows it. They don't miss an episode in my household, okay?
Oh, there we go.
You know,
Okay, think of it like this. Here we go. Tyrion fucking Lannister. Where your was it flaws or shame or whatever? Wear it as your armor, because then no one can use it as a weapon against you. See?
See, but that's fine. But that doesn't work in Guru society, Felix.
So, still think it's cool.
It's cool, but it's cool, but it doesn't work. We're not like that. We pride ourselves on the things we can see.
like most shit from Game of Thrones is pretty cool though. Like, not gonna lie. Like, did you watch this last week's episode?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But anyway, what I'm saying is, Grant's is there, man. Like, and he doesn't hold back when he fights. He doesn't.
That's good, and I'm not like he didn't.
Be fair.
He didn't. Okay, he didn't puss out. He didn't run away. He chose to go to the cottage. I mean, I'm judging him a little too harshly.
I mean, shit.
Just a little too harsh.
I mean, shit. Gekko hard.
Do you fuck with the war?
I fuck with the war.
Maybe just a little too harshly on his part, but Kaya, no, fuck that bitch.
Okay.
To be fair, she admitted she couldn't even handle her rite of passage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
Mm-hmm. Fucking ran away like the craven little coward.
And then she had the audacity then to call me a coward as well.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking rich that is.
That's comedic gold.
But I'm gonna see what I'm doing. Felix is turn, flops over. I'm putting her in the guardian chain, and I'm gonna build her up to the highest pedestal. And when she inevitably does do what she does best, and runs away, I will say, "Oh, well, such a shame. What's to be expected from a craven? I tried to help her,
She
but
runs
that's the
away
thanks I get."
in the face of the enemy. I'm killing her. Like,
Oh no, you're in your rights. No, don't be worrying. And if
Dude,
anyone, no, it's her. It's the right thing to do.
no, it's, what I'm saying is, dude, Scoutguard said the same thing.
Good. And if anyone dares challenge him, it'll be more fucking interesting the fact that they're challenging him over protecting someone who would abandon their brothers and sisters in battle. I'll be pointing that out.
I don't think she would. People, some people can change.
Coyote can't change his stripes.
And the fucking
No, zebra can't change its spots.
zebra can't dick down a horse either, but, things happen. Things happen.
What?
What?
What? Dick down a horse? What does that mean?
What? Dick down?
Yeah, what does that mean? Is that like a guy thing? Like,
I mean, I guess.
I don't know what dick down. It sounds like saying a horse can't fuck a zebra.
Can totally fuck a zebra.
I bet they can.
I'd fuck a zebra.
What?
What?
I mean, like if the zebra was a woman, yeah. Fuck it, why not? I mean, a cat now. I'm married, but
Felix.
if my wife, if my wife was a zebra, I'd totally get down on that.
Aiden, open your mouth, please.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Open your mouth.
What?
Don't do it.
Just open your mouth.
Does it so, looking at her, really confused.
She takes one of the brownies and just crams it in there, and then shuts his jaw. Okay, problem fixed. Problem's fixed right there.
Eating slowly.
I don't know. I'm just saying, no matter what's going on, everybody, well, not everybody, but most people deserve a second chance.
Yep, definitely deserve a second chance. I'm gonna drag her to the fountain and I'm gonna drown her in it. I'm not even gonna use my claws. She's not worth my claws. She's a craven little coward.
You could do the Viking thing.
Blood eagle? No. Grab her, just hold her head underwater.
Swallows. No, because listen, if she's not worthy of a get, right? Don't you have that? Isn't there a thing about that in Valhalla and something? She screams.
Gets a Valhalla close to her already because she always screamed because she ran away, probably screaming.
I mean,
you could reinforce that fact.
I mean, like you said, she's not worthy of a get. She's not a get.
She's not a get.
What's going on?
But
Aiden's just like lean back, giggling a bit. She's not a get, is she?
No.
No.
You know what it is? There's this really good book I read one time, and they were talking about this guy who joined up in the military, and he deserted like 3 days after he got there. And they were like, there's just that missing rank of file. You never knew about it, right? Something like that. And then, they he killed somebody by kidnapping him and asking for ransom. And when they found out, when they tried him, it was like, oh, he's in the military. So military jurisdiction said, oh, we get to take him back. And it's like, well, why would you do it? It's like, well, a real man shoots his own dog. Doesn't hire a proxy to do it who might bumble it. Just kind of the whole coward thing. So she does fuck up, and she's like a little bitch ass on the battlefield, and she runs away. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna drown her because I mean, we never wanted him, or never wanted her, never should have had her. But she was born a get, and a real get.
Hang on. No, you mumbled a lot. And also, all due respect, I didn't know you knew the word proxy, so good on you. But, whoa, wait, hang on. What happened?
Oh shit!
Okay, so basically, she was born get. We don't want her. We never should have had her if she was a coward. If she had, that yellow blood rolling through her veins. But a real get, shoots her own dog. She doesn't hire proxy who might bumble it.
This is proxy again. Wait. So, but she's a child of rat now.
Good for her. Like, if anybody has less discerning taste in the coggies, it's the rat.
Jesus fuck, you salty motherfucker.
She used to be Fiona. What you expect?
You right. You right.
What is it, Aiden? That you say back home? Well, at least, all right, in the old country. It's not my home, but where my
No, he looks at her. No, it's not. With a smile.
I think it's great grandpa. No, it was my great grandpa.
Don't start that. Don't start that shit now. No.
No. Well, he died 3 years ago. Heart attack. But he was from there. And she kind of points at Aiden. Don't ever give an Irishman a reason to hold a grudge.
Don't give an Irishman just cause for revenge.
Yeah, that's the line. And she pats him.
But you weren't there.
So you're saying we should seek forgiveness then?
I just say why do we care?
Because she's blatant. To be honest, the only thing I care about is the hypocrisy, which is pissing me off.
You know what? I would have never paid her any attention. But she came after one of my best friends. She'll pat Aiden on the shoulder.
See, what I don't understand, and I'm fine with them choosing, do whatever the fuck you want. Not my problem you're not cut out for the tribe. Whatever. Why do you brag about it to the people that you know will end up pissing them off? If you get me?
Maybe
Why
she
not
wants, maybe she wants to die.
Why not maybe keep that shit to yourself and just say that's my business?
Yeah, that.
Although we can run, but no man pursueth.
That I don't understand. That blatant, whatever. I'm gonna just tell you these things, and you got mad. Well, no shit. Do you know? I don't know. People are weird.
You know what? I'm gonna go settle this right now. She's gonna set down her pipe and her and what's left of the J that she had rolled. She's I'm gonna go find her right now. I'm just gonna punch her right in her stupid face.
Oh Jesus! Oh, Jesus! You're in no condition to fight. You're stoned out of your head.
Mm-hmm. And she gets up and she immediately falls over the table. Lands with a thud.
Oh. Shit.
Bedtime.
Where's all the salt come from?
Come on, Dallas, nap time. Falls over.
Right. And she'll pull herself up to the table, reach over, knocking over a few bottles, and then grabs the Johnny Walker, pulls it down, pulls the cap off, and starts to drink out of it.
Oh, look at her.
Nudge over Felix. It's like a baby on a bottle.
You know what? I'll see if she can drink the whole thing. Why not? I'll roll her stamina.
Oh God.
Oh fuck. Yeah, she takes the bottle down. She'd taken 2 glasses of it and then Now there is none. And then she tosses the bottle over in Aiden's direction. Not like throws it or chucks it, but just tosses it at him.
Drink another one.
Hmm?
You heard me. As he walks over and gets his own bottle. Drink another one.
You gonna put some money on this?
I bet you $50. You'll pass out before me.
She. Wait a minute.
What?
Just gonna point at him. No Fiona tricks.
I swear, Dallas, there will be no Fiona trickery. Rules to lie. That is 4 successes to beat. Don't forget, it's the new wit subterfuge bullshit.
It's the same.
Same
It's the
thing.
same
New
dice
wit
roll I have either way. Oh fuck! Fuck!
Every word he's saying.
Wait, hang on. You're at a diff 4 to perceive a lie?
That's not sight based. So fuck. Still, either way, we'll keep the result.
Still botch. Why would he never lie to you?
They wouldn't lie to me.
No, never.
So she's gonna take another bottle. This time like Grey Goose.
Mm-hmm. He'll take Grey Goose and resist toxin is active. And he will glug 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 glug.
Out like a light.
Oh no.
Fucking reaches over and bro fists Aiden.
Bro fits back. Winks at him.
Alright. Powers maximum.
Of course. Come here, hen. Come on. Up you come. And then he'll pick her up, you know, nestle her like a baby against him.
It's like in a room with like 2 of like my 5 favorite people.
I know. Looks over at Felix, you know. She's after tucking herself out. Come on, you can sleep in my bed. You know, walks over, carries Dallas in, and tucks her in very gently, you know.
I don't want to wake up naked again.
You're not going to wake up naked, you're staying in your clothes.
Good.
Don't worry. My kinfolk will look after you in the morning. And, you know, nestle.
I want pancakes. Make sure.
We'll get pancakes. Don't worry. And just pats her on the head and walking out, closing the door, smirking, walks over, second bro fist to Felix.
Bro fist again.
Okay, we'll just nod. Right, I'm gonna go sleep outside. We'll walk out, you know, nodding at Felix. And he will shift into lupus and he will sleep out on the ground.
Felix will Felix will walk out to him before he goes to bed, and he'll put a hand on his back just to get his attention.
Yeah, he'll turn around just before he shifts.
Hey, look, tonight's my last night with you guys, and I just wanted to say thank you. It means a lot.
It's no problem, Felix. I told you, anytime. Like I said, we care about you.
I'm starting to learn that. Gives him a pat and starts to
Aiden will walk over, turn Felix around, give him the big bro hug.
He'll do that thing where he's stunned for a second and then slowly brings his arms up and gives him the pat.
And then, you know, pats Felix on the face, and then we'll go and sugar down to Lupus and we'll sleep.
Felix will head back and pass the fuck out.
And with that, and 10 point over, scourging herself somewhere around fucking Stag's Shrine because she knows no other way to relieve herself of the guilt. Woo! We'll say thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. We'll see you next time on Happy Slumber Party Time. The slumber partying.